All right, guys, so we're going to jump into a Pisces reading and see what's happening for you. You may hear noises in the background. I've got the guineas behind me, my guinea pigs, so you may be able to see. Yeah, you can see Mocha in there right now if you're able to see her. So you may see them behind me. You may hear noises. What do we have coming in for you? You got a wish fulfillment coming your way. Either something is growing or it's the way someone views you. But you're either going to find out some sense of communication that's going in your favor, or someone's going to communicate something towards you, to you, that you didn't expect. Again, it has something to do with wish fulfillment, equal give and take, giving and receiving. So let's say that this is love. There could be something coming in very quickly where someone's wanting to grow something with you. They could voice how they view you, and it could have something to do with a wish fulfillment. Now, let's say that you've been putting in a lot of energy, time, and effort into something. You know, you've been working on a car, trying to restore it. It's taken 6 months. The closer you get to finishing it, the further pushed back you get. There is acknowledgement here. There is something coming in where you're going to be like, finally, I'm giving and I'm receiving it back. I don't feel like the universe is sucking me dry of all of my energy, my time, and my effort. Fair warning, y'all. My bunny is chasing my dog around the house right now. Do y'all want to see her? Hold on. Let me go grab her. What are you doing? Come here. No, ma'am. This is Bun Bun. Say hi. She likes to chase my dog around the house. Yeah, her so pretty. Okay. Let me finish. Oh, be careful. Okay, so let's get more on this, because I want to know what's growing for you. So, you know, where you have felt you're pouring yourself into, you know, again, maybe it's you're a parent and you feel like you give everything to your children. You feel like maybe they don't understand. Maybe there's something here where you don't feel valued. But there will be acknowledgement coming in that is a wish fulfilled, that what you're doing is working. There is a reason for why you've been doing what you've been doing. And it has everything here to do with growth. So, you know, again, let's say that it's like, you know, I give my kids everything and they think I'm the worst person in the world. I think there's going to be acknowledgement coming in, and even for some of you, maybe an apology that you've wished for, where someone's going to look at you and say, you know, I give you hell, but you are the epitome of growth. You show me who I want to be. And even though it might not seem like it, I look up to you. So you could be getting a conversation of someone looking up to you. And again, they keep telling me that there will be an acknowledgement of you finally receiving when you felt like you were always the giver. So again, let's say that this is a lover. Let's say that you have recently got to a point where you feel like, you know, I carry the weight of this dynamic on my back. If it wasn't for me, this dynamic wouldn't be anything. There could be an acknowledgement in a conversation coming in where someone's going to look at you and say, you know, I have been taking you for granted. I've been taking something for granted, and I want to apologize for that. And I want to acknowledge what I have. Oh, I'm hearing that song. When I got what I got, I don't miss what I had. I think it's a country singer. Jason Aldean, that's who sings it. The old me belongs to the past. Yeah. But recognizing you're giving and receiving in a way that maybe you didn't expect. And I feel like you wanted this, but I feel like as I was about to say, feeling like you weren't being recognized, feeling like something wasn't being successful. There could also be someone external to you if this is a lover, or, you know, let's say that this is someone you used to work for. Someone is going to acknowledge how much you've grown, how they underestimated you. Again, we can use these in many scenarios, but there's recognition here that someone did not recognize some sense of victory and success, and they're fully understanding you, your power. And the part of what I'm hearing is the part of their life you were meant to change. So I don't know if you helped change this person's view. I don't know if you helped this person grow up in a way where giving and receiving looks different. Some of you were dealing with someone selfish. Some of you were dealing with someone, whether it was a lover, children. This could be anything. There was selfishness here. Yeah. But whoever this is, this person could be lacking a sense of independence or abundance. Or there could have been something here where you decided to take yourself out of something, and since then a changed perspective has been brought to the table. So let's say that this is children, and let's say your children grew up and you were like, you know what, you're taking advantage of me. I'm not going to continue to allow you to talk to me this way and come in and use me. You will respect me. I have helped you grow. You could receive an apology about how you are the ultimate parent, the ultimate partner, the ultimate business partner. There is acknowledgement here that what you feel to be true is true. It isn't you being egotistical. It isn't you being, oh, I'm better than everyone. It's you acknowledging your strength, your weaknesses, and what you bring to the table. And if we're going to be honest, you were the table. I mean, I'm just going to say it. You were the table. And now I think this person's recognizing because you dipped out, or because you took your energy, your effort, or you placed some sense of boundary. What did I just say? Queen of Swords underneath. You've placed a boundary. There was something here where you got very practical, you got very logical. You said, this ain't working, okay? Well, we're gonna make a choice to allow this to be stuck. So some of you could have recently maybe kicked someone out. It's like you had to bring in a sense of tough love. Even if this is a job, it's an energy here of, I would sacrifice myself for this job. But why? Because you're not recognizing that I am the ultimate employee. I sit here, you call me in, I come in. You need me on days I'm supposed to be off, I'm in here. I give. When's it time for me to receive? There could be recognition here that maybe when you take yourself out of a situation or a dynamic, someone is going to recognize fully where they wish they would have gave more so they could receive. And again, it's turning into a changed perspective. Someone here made a choice from love. So, you know, even if it's putting a boundary or a wall up towards your children, it's teaching your children that at the end of the day, everyone can't treat you the way that they want. Or everyone can't treat you the way that they want to. I mean, they can, but you also have to recognize that you are going to get a different type of energy back from that person. So I definitely feel like someone here made a choice of self-love. I will not tolerate this. I know what I'm meant to have. I know what I can grow. I'm hearing RESPECT, find out what it means to me. So someone could have had to show self-respect. Whether, again, it's you leaving a dynamic, there was some sense of respect here that had to be brought out. We are living two separate lives just come out in this deck, and I was not trying to pick this deck up. So there is someone here where maybe you are living separate lives. If this is love, what kind of dynamic is this? Friendship. This friendship is leading to more. So this could be a friendship dynamic. You understanding everything happens for a reason. You are where you're meant to be. So this could be a friendship. Again, this doesn't have to be love. This could be like your child who's expecting you to be their best friend. And you're like, honey, I ain't your friend. I'm your mama, I'm your daddy. Well, I'm not playing with you. There's a huge thing here about you healing, you wanting a new beginning, you learning your lessons, you being honest, you being truthful, you even bringing clarity when it's hard. Showing your self-respect isn't always easy. It means taking yourself out of situations and dynamics that you know you shouldn't be in. but it resulted in a changed perspective. For some of you, this is a friend. For some of you, this is a friend who has been watching you grow. You could get an apology about some sense of indulgence energy. Could have something to do around equal give and take. There could be a friend, after you've accepted that what's happened, could be wanting to come in and apologize because they're wanting a deeper bond with you. And there could have been lack of success and victory in the past. And even maybe a sense of like, I'm not confident in this anymore. You hear those friendship dynamics where they'll take 6 months apart to kind of figure out, okay, are we growing separate or we're growing together? For some of you, this is a friend where you grew separate and you had to respect yourself enough to place a boundary and be willing to go towards a new beginning that required honesty. And if that means this person not being honest with you, you were willing to close that door and say, okay, apparently this is done. But they could be wanting to come in and apologize because of something that's happened. And it has something here to do with your growth, them growing in that time frame, a changed perspective that's happened as well. Oh, sweet girl, what you over there doing? Yeah, inquisitive energy. Somebody here could also be spying on you. This person could be keeping tabs on you, spying on you. This person could also be at a place where they're about to finish a lesson. That lesson could have had to do with you. So if this is a child, a lover, a friend, whoever this is, there could have been a lesson attached here where this person had two ways to act, two choices to make, and the choice that they made resulted in you having to respect yourself or make a choice from love to leave this stuck, leave this stagnant, leave it hanging kind of energy. And there, girl, listen, I'm gonna need you to stop over there, okay? There could have been something here where it was really hard for this person to fully grasp the lesson, but I think they're at a place now where they're understanding it fully. This could even be a friend, a family member, a lover who was like, no, you're the problem. You are the problem. You're the issue. You did wrong. And you could have really stood your ground in the fact that, no, I morally did what was correct for me. You can twist it as much as you want to, but just because you want it to be a chicken pot pie doesn't mean it's going to be a chicken pot pie. Again, growth. You handling this like an empress. The empress does not care what anyone thinks. She doesn't care what anyone says. She doesn't care what anyone wants. She's the kind of energy that's like, does this benefit me? Are you playing with me? You playing with me? Oh, we ain't doing this. Nope. No. I have very firm boundaries. I'm not playing with you. That was your energy coming out. Now there could be a message of truth or a message of bad news this person's wanting to bring towards you. Okay? And the message of truth, message of bad news could be, hey, I fucked up. Do you know how hard it is to go to someone and look at them and go, listen, I fucked up. I'm sorry. And there's something here where this person could have hunkered down. No. I don't want to say I'm sorry. I don't want to do that. What'd I just say? Blockage. Because it's a head over heart decision that has to be made. This person has got to use a practical, logical approach and say, okay, it only makes sense for me to do this. I need to do this. This person could have also, girl, bunny for sale. This person could have also come from a place of very selfishness. This could have been someone who expected you to do what was best for them at all times. Again, family member, lover, child, whoever it is. And it got to a point where I think you started putting that energy in yourself. She's gonna be a loud little thing, ain't she? Juggling, awaiting energy. So that's the thing. This person's been waiting to approach you because they've been juggling. Is there a blockage here? Can we have honest communication? I'm sorry if she's distracting y'all. And there's two here. So it could have been 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years since something transformed, since you've seen this person. But this person's been waiting to approach you. Why are they waiting to approach you? There's something here about them being intimidated by you. Because I feel like you have this no bullshit approach. You have this no bullshit attitude, no bullshit approach. Like, I'm not playing. If you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. But if not, we have nothing to talk about. And now this person's at a place where they have to choose a path. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Emperor. This person's needing to boss up, make a choice. Queen of Pentacles. Wanting to communicate. There could be something here about divine timing. There could also be a conversation coming towards you, a conversation that you've been waiting on, a conversation you knew was going to take place. It could be a message of truth or a message of bad news. It doesn't have to be a message of bad news to you, but it could be a message of bad news to someone else that then gets taken to you. So example, let's say that this is a lover, a friend, a family member. They come to you. They're like, hey, I got a message of bad news. This really sucks. My life's falling apart. You got the clarity that they got a message of bad news. It might not be bad news for you, but that bad news could bring them to have a conversation with you. So throwing that out there. There could be a message of bad news or a message of truth coming from someone that was once blocked. This person's been indecisive on whether or not to approach you to have this conversation with you. It could have to do with their behavior. So you could get a conversation from someone and this person could say, you know, I've been childish. I've done some things that I am not proud of. They probably weren't the best choices, but I need to accept responsibility and acknowledge that I am where I am because of my own self and because of my own actions. This person could have done these choices and actions thinking that it was them being in control and it was in their best interest. And I think what happened is something got magnetized. So let's say that this person was just going around chilling, hanging out with people. Next thing you know, they might be in trouble because they're hanging out with the wrong crowd. You might have your baby coming to you and saying, you know, mom, dad, I got in a lot of trouble. I don't know what to do. Come to find out, they've been hanging with the wrong crowd. That's a message of bad news. They thought they were doing what was right for them. They thought that they were taking control of their life, when in reality, they just kind of went down the beaten path and didn't understand what they were getting themselves into. There could also be something here where something could have been grown from an indulgence energy. Someone attached to you, whether it's your child, a family member, a lover, could have got attached to someone else in an indulgence energy. They could have been in addiction together. They could have got together. Next thing you know, there's a baby coming out of it. There was some sense of indulgence energy that had to result in equal give and take. If there's a baby involved, it's a water sign. It's a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If it's not a water sign child, it's a very emotional child. Someone who takes a lot of care emotionally. I'm getting like a whiny child, someone who's really whiny, a toddler that needs constant like attention, affection, which is nothing wrong with that, but I'm just getting little characteristics. Whoever the child is, if there is a child involved, it's a clingy child, okay? There could be something here where there had to be equal give and take in this because of what transpired, because of indulgence energy. But there wasn't success and victory in that. And I would even say that if this person chose someone else over you, there was no confidence in it. Like, I don't think this is going to work, but here we go. We're going to try it. I will say that this person feels really stuck on the fact that you've went to a new beginning. It could actually bother this person that you went towards a new beginning. They could be spying on you. They could even feel like they're super blocked from you at this point. Because there's something here where this person is seeing you as someone that's accepted everything for what it is. You're just like, the boat left the dock. I guess I don't got a way home. Whatever. And here's the thing. Maybe there was a friendship that led to more. For some of you, this person indulged in a friend that resulted in equal give and take. For some of you, you got cheated on. They cheated on you with their friend. It didn't work out. There was some sense of growth, but I think this person's starting to acknowledge that there was more indulgence than actual growth. What do I mean by indulgence? Okay, well, let's argue honeymoon phase. In the honeymoon phase, everything's great for the first few weeks, few months. And then when shit gets real, we kind of know what each other's made of. That's what I'm getting here. This person thought that there was going to be equal give and take. And I think this person started to see that whoever that they had went toward wanted more than they were willing to give. Why? Because that was that mirroring energy. So for some of you, again, if this was a child, a lover, a friend, this person could have wanted you to give more than they were giving. That didn't work out, or there was like tension there. And the next thing you know, they're like, oh, well, mom, dad, honey, I'm out. We're done here. And they could have put themselves in a boat that had a leak in the bottom. And it's really made them change their perspective over you. I'm hearing, honey, I'm home and I've had a hard day. Pour me a cold one. Oh, by the way. Exactly. But there could be something here where this person's wanting to have a conversation with you. And it could result in an apology. And it could be at a time where you're relaxing. You could be watching TV. Some of you could be playing with a dog or something like that when this person approaches you. Honey, I'm home. For some of you, this is someone wanting to come back home, whether it's a child. What did I just say? Yep, there was a third party here. This person could have wanted to make you jealous. This person could have wanted conflict and drama. 111 as I said that. So I think what this person's starting to recognize is that there was no competition. There was no sense of jealousy, because in your mind, you're like, oh, bet, I'll go towards a new beginning. That's fine. Okay. You want to give to everyone? That's fine. Have fun. And it's really changed their perspective on you. So why feeling burdened by the things that they're learning? Why do they think they need to approach you now? I just heard they dug a hole they can't get themselves out of. They're wanting to have the strength and the courage. The first thing I also heard when I said that was, I keep coming back to you. So feeling like you're the one that they can't forget, feeling like there's always something where we keep coming back to one another. There's a reason for that, right? Like that's kind of how this person's thinking. But they could be really guarded. They could be holding back while they're also holding on to you. Why do they want to come back to you? Ace of Wands. They still have a lot of passion. They still have the want, the need, the urge to create with you. Feeling like there could be actual investment here. So this is someone who's wanting to come back and put in effort, time, and dedication and see it flourish. But this is someone that you've accepted everything's happened the way it's meant to. You've went towards a new beginning. You're allowing them to kind of interfere. I'm telling you, this person makes me so mad. Sorry. Time apart. Distance is bringing clarity. Time apart is letting this person see what they got themselves into and who they left behind. You've done the work. Exactly. So you're really abundant right now. And that could be another reason why this person's wanting to approach you, because you are showing up as this Empress energy. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of expansion. You're being very abundant, very smart. There's also an energy here with the Empress where you don't even have to go above and beyond to get what you want. It naturally comes to you. So this person could be wanting to come towards you because there is this glow. There is this light beaming off of you right now. But there could be something here where this person was a lesson. This person taught you what you needed to know. This person could reach out in the next 6 hours, 6 days, 6 weeks. Time apart's bringing clarity, integrity. Does this align with what you value? What is morally correct for you? And when that card comes up, you'll hear me say, we have to be careful who we dabble with. Because if you're with someone who doesn't value a healthy connection and doesn't value their partner and you do, I would argue you're setting yourself up for failure. And if someone's allowing jealousy to come in the way and someone's allowing some sense of interference to get in the way, I would argue that they have a tendency to not have self-control. How much of a connection can you have with someone when they don't have self-control? Let's say you win the lottery, you win $100,000. Do you want to be with someone who doesn't have self-control? Before you know it, they've spent all your money. Maybe they're cheating and giving their mistresses or their side dudes everything that you've worked hard for. I will say that I do feel like this person taught you a lot. Again, they're feeling the passion, the urge to create with you, but there needs to be acknowledgement here that they have gotten bad news. Why did they get bad news? Because they chose wrong. They chose to indulge. They chose to go after the easy, the simple, the fun. It ain't fun no more, is it? And you need to know this because they're wanting something from you. Be careful of this person trying to come in and evolve this to something more than friends. You know, if they know you're not going to want to be in a connection with them, be careful of allowing them in. What I'm getting is that this would be someone who's like, oh, you don't want a relationship with me, you don't trust me, okay, that's fine. Let's get to know each other on a small level. Let's just kind of chill and hang out. And next thing you know, they've kind of moved in without you even saying, hey, do you want to move in? That's the energy I'm getting here. This is someone who's very strategic. This person, I don't want to say they don't like to take no for an answer, but they've changed their perspective on you, okay? And that changed perspective is, oh my God, I think I can have victory and success there. Why? Because that's the thing that they didn't go after. Juggling if the message of truth and message of bad news is going to be a blockage. Is that going to be an issue for you? Yeah, wanting to put the effort, the time, the dedication, feeling left out, feeling in the cold. There could be a conversation. Oh, child, you done made a final decision about this. You done said, listen, I made a final decision. I learned this lesson. I don't know what to tell you. You're in, you're out, you're up, you're down. You're wrong when it's right. It's black, then it's white. You don't know what you want. And you could have a conversation with this person and say, yeah, you say you want to put in the effort, but even when you put in the effort, there's something missing. Your effort isn't as much as I need. Your effort, I think you're going to be a little brutally honest with this person. What I'm seeing is that you're going to speak from a place of emotion. And the emotion is saying you're inconsistent. You're in and out. I would even go as far to say that you might tell this person they're immature or they need to grow up. And there's an energy here of, I've learned this lesson and I'm making the final decision to put this to rest. I can't work on this. There is an energy here of this isn't enough. This isn't going to work. And when we see the Eight of Pentacles as putting in the effort, the time, the dedication, but are we going to put the effort, the time, the dedication into something that's not going to flourish? That's like going to work for 2 straight weeks knowing you're not getting paid. Does that make sense? No. That's what I'm getting here. So there will be a conversation unfolding where I think you're going to let this person down, but you're shining really bright to them right now. And I would even go as far to say in their mind, they think, oh, well, I just chose wrong. I was supposed to be successful with Pisces. So let me just kind of turn back around and go pick that instead. And I think they're going to be abruptly halted. And no, and I think it's going to be a shock to this person. And I would even argue that that's the reason that there's a blockage and they've not approached, is because deep down I think that they know that the version of you that they got and the version of you they're getting now are 2 different versions. It's 2 different people. When you approach them, you're very practical, you're logical. Your heart, there is no heart when it comes to them anymore. Like that's kind of, that's your energy now. They want emotion. You're like, sorry, we're all out of emotion for today. Come back tomorrow. I don't think they're going to like that. But I think that's what's meant to happen here. It's for this person to actually understand that sometimes your choices you can't come back from. And they chose. They chose to let some sense of an interference come in. They chose to allow petty arguments, petty gossip, petty conflict, or even a sense of jealousy to come out and say, hey, I want you to be jealous. I want a certain reaction out of you. And maybe you didn't give them the reaction they wanted. The reaction that you gave them was bet, I'm out. Okay, yeah, you want to play? You want to play? You want to play this game? I ain't even playing. I'm gone. How do they feel about the way that you reacted to this? sad. I think this person wanted you to fight for them. Yeah, burdened. I think this is someone who's like, prove it to me, show me, fight for me. And I don't think you did. This person is crying over what's happened. This person is like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I thought Pisces was going to be like, but I love you, please stay. I thought Pisces was going to be like, but no, you're meant to be mine. You are my true love. And again, you were like, well, okay, I guess a new beginning it is. Here we go. Wow. I think this person was shooketh at how you handled this. And I think this person's even more shocked about how abundant you are right now. I'm hearing that song, Can't Keep My Eyes Off of You. Something about too good to be true. Soulmate. So this could have been a soulmate, or this is a soulmate. Your intuition could have told you that there was some sort of bond here. But not every soulmate you're meant to be with. Some soulmates are brought into your life to teach you, to help you grow. Your intuition's telling you this was a lesson. I'm telling you. Okay, we're going to leave that here. Have a blessed day, guys.